We begin with the breaking news out of Jacksonville, Florida. The FBI overnight opening a hate crime investigation into what local law enforcement is calling a deadly, racially motivated mass shooting. Police say a white man in his 20s drove 40 miles to the campus of Edward Waters University, located in a predominantly black neighborhood in Jacksonville. After being asked to leave by an on-campus security officer, the shooter then drove to a local Dollar General store, where he opened fire inside, killing 3 people before turning the gun on himself. The shooter has not been publicly identified yet, but we're told he donned a tactical vest and was armed with a Glock handgun and an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle painted with swastikas, as seen here in these photos provided by the Jacksonville authorities. The alleged shooter's parents contacted the police after receiving a text message telling them to check his computer.
The shooter had authored several manifestos, one to his parents, one to the media, and one to federal agents. Portions of these manifestos detailed the shooter's disgusting ideology of hate. Plainly put, this shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people.
The shooting was a jarring juxtaposition to the 60th anniversary celebration of the March on Washington simultaneously taking place in the nation's capital yesterday afternoon, where black leaders spoke out about the tragic event.
We must end gun violence.
We feel the pain of living in a country where gun violence is the leading cause of death for children.
And now gun violence has come for our places of worship, our schools, and our shopping centers.
NBC News correspondent Marissa Parra joins us now live from Jacksonville, Florida. Good morning, Marissa. What are you hearing in the latest from local authorities?
Katie, good morning. Certainly a heavy morning here in Jacksonville. I think the overarching theme from what we're hearing from authorities is that this was racially motivated and that this was planned out. The shooter had a tactical vest on. He had swastikas drawn on a gun that he had on him. He had messages, racist writings. And before we go into some of the details there, I want to set the scene here, provide some context. As you mentioned, this is a predominantly black neighborhood where we are. On the other side of the camera, what you can't see are homes. This is a very residential area on the other side of this. And so what we're also noticing here and what we're talking about is this timeline here. So authorities put out a timeline saying that he had told his father to check his computer, and then his family called the sheriff's office within the hour, but the shooting had already begun. This was just before 2 p.m. on yesterday. You talked about the messages. Some are calling it a manifesto. Those were the words that were used by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office yesterday, saying that the shooter had used the N-word repeatedly throughout his messages. And so remember, the shooter has not been publicly identified here, but you can see the crime scene units still on scene. We're many hours after this shooting. They're still investigating this area, still roped off behind me. But we want to tell you some details that we've learned about the shooter, who, again, has not yet been publicly identified. We're told by the sheriff's office he resided in Clay County with his parents. He was involved in a 2016 domestic call, and something that's catching a lot of attention online, particularly on Twitter, now known as X, is if you see in 2017 he was involved in a Baker Act. And Katie, you may know this, and for those in Florida may know this. Florida's Baker Act allows families and individuals to receive mental health services, emergency services, and temporary detention upwards of 72 hours. But Katie, so many questions remain, especially as we're still waiting to learn the identity, not just of the shooter, but most importantly of those victims. 3 victims, all of them black, 2 men and a woman. Of course, as we know more, we'll share that with you here. Katie.
Marissa Parra, thanks for getting us started this morning. So let's go ahead and bring in Florida State Senator Tracy Davis, who represents Duval County, which includes the city of Jacksonville. Senator, thanks for joining us this morning. You were born in Jacksonville. You're a lifelong resident of that city. You've also raised your children there. So how are you reacting this morning after the news of yesterday's tragic shooting?
Good morning, Katie. Thank you for having me. I'm actually still processing it. Just watching it there, it hits home all over again. And you're right. This is my community, born, bred, been in Jacksonville all my life, and it hurts. It absolutely hurts, and like many people here, we're still processing it, devastated, heartbroken, and it just hurts.
Senator, I know you have a role officially as a state senator. I see your emotion. You're a woman of color. You're a Black woman who lives in this community. The shooter targeted the Black victims specifically with messages of hate. How does the community process the fact that somebody like this white male shooter, could come into a place where unsuspecting victims are just shopping on a Saturday afternoon, and that he wanted to kill them just because of the way that they look?
As we're processing it, I wake up today, and the only thing I can say is those 3 people were gunned down because they were Black. We are in 2023, and we are dealing with racial issues like this. It's devastating. It's absolutely devastating. Simply knowing that you are targeted because of the color of your skin. And the state of Florida has to realize that we, as a legislature, has put policies in place, policies in law that have incited behavior like this. That's what I truly, wholeheartedly, and personally believe.
It's not just the policies and the procedure, though, right? There are laws in our state of Florida, my home state as well of Florida, that have facilitated, have eased the way that people can get their hands on firearms. You're a part of that state legislature. How does it feel to be a part of a community that's been under attack now, that has just been devastated with these losses, and to know that these laws keep on getting passed in your state that allow for the ease of gun access?
Again, it's a fight. Over the last several years, we have been emphatically, my Democratic colleagues, emphatically have been fighting, yelling, screaming about things that we know, the laws that were being placed on the books in our state, how devastating they would be for communities of color, Black people, brown people. We're talking about people that are already in a despairing situation of life. And so we add laws like permitless carry to the books, and we're giving people selfish insights to being safe when they're not being safe. And this is a perfect example of what we do and what we vote on and what we put in law, and how harmful and hateful it becomes when it's put in the hands of someone that can identify themselves as someone that was having mental health issues. This was a hate crime. It was targeted. As you've already said, the gentleman put the N-word in his manifesto to make sure we understood that he was targeting Black people. And so we've incited this with the laws that we have on the books with that permitless carry. But it's more than us doing something. It's more than the legislature feeling sorry. The legislature did this, and the legislature can undo this.
Florida State Senator Tracy Davis, I really appreciate you taking the time to join us on such a difficult morning. My condolences to your grieving community of Jacksonville. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Katie.